The United States has had a history with putting puppet leaders in power, and such is the case with Iran in 1953. Formerly known as Operation Ajax, the U.S. removed Mohammad Mossadegh from Prime Minister of Iran, then put a leader in power that would agree to Western desires. These wrongful actions led to feelings of hatred and distrust between the United States and Iran. It was a major cause of the Iranian hostage crisis, and caused a series of illegitimate governments to come to power in Iran. In 1951, Mossadegh was chosen as prime minister with almost no opposition, being incredibly popular among his people. One of his first actions once he became prime minister was to nationalize the oil fields, taking them from Great Britain. Britain, seeing that they would lose an incredible amount of money, as this was their largest foreign asset, decided to act. After many failed diplomatic attempts to gain access to the oil fields, they decided to attempt a coup with the help of the US CIA to remove Mossadegh from power. Initially under Truman, the United States remained neutral with this affair, but with the election of Eisenhower and the fears of Iran turning into a communist state, Britain was able to convince the US to act. The coup was successful and Mohammad Mossadegh was overthrown. After the coup, Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi took control of Iran and was announced head of the state. In 1979, after 26 years of tyranny with the Shah, the Iranian people had had it with their leader and decided to overthrow the government the United States has put in power. Soon the Shah, growing fearful of what was happening, fled the country to the United States, not only to receive health care for his cancer, but to have a safe haven from Iran. This of course only added to the anti-American feelings that Iranians held during 1979, most of which continue today. But all of these anti-American feelings had stemmed from how the US had overthrown Mossadegh and then supported the Shah. Acting on this hate and fear of spies, the Iranians took the US embassy and held the workers, hoping to get their demands met. These demands were: 1. Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi had to be returned to Iran. Number 2. An apology had to be made for the coup that overthrew Mossadegh. And 3. The US had to promise to never be involved with their country again. Of course, the US did not meet these demands though. After the revolution, Ruhollah Khomeini took power. He created a theocratic style of government. His first action? Kill all those who opposed him. Numbers of those killed range from 2,000 to 30,000. He also oppressed the Kurds, who were an ethnic minority in Iran. After Khomeini's death, Ali Khamenei took power. He was also an oppressive dictator, much like Ruhollah Khomeini. This string of illegitimate governments stemmed from the Iranian Revolution. The Iranian Revolution, which was caused by the overthrow of Mossadegh that the US and Britain orchestrated.